the honor today of introducing Senator Merkley. Senator Merkley was instrumental in ensuring that the state of Oregon was part of this grant. He supported us in our endeavor in applying for this grant and receiving it, and
sorry.
That's okay. And I would have the honor to thank you, and thank you so much for being here, Senator Merkley.
I'll arrange this a little for you.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Ruby, and thanks to everyone at this project for the work you are doing to help our veterans. In the past year, I understand you've helped more than 140 veteran families find a home, get back on track in all kinds of ways. That's incredible, and let's thank you for that very much. And today I'm happy to announce that Transition Projects has received, based on the great work they've done to date, another $1.3 million grant for the Supporting Services for Veterans Family program from the VA. And so that is awesome because it means many more families are going to be assisted down the road. Well done. This grant is really about the hard work on the ground of assisting our veterans. The work involved through this program includes outreach, case management, housing placement, eviction prevention, life skills, legal services, and education. Many, many components to help our veterans be successful in regaining a solid foundation in our community. And I also just want to note that this has been a great collaboration with many groups. I think involved in this are Human Solutions, that is going to be helping in East County, and so good to have you here, Gene. Impact Northwest, Central City Concern, Cascade AIDS, Northwest Pilot Project, Metropolitan Public Defenders. And this type of collaboration is really why I think it's been such a successful grant application nationally. Now, I thought I'd share a story about Anne, who is a veteran who came here recently, this last year. She is a survivor. She will not be speaking today. She is a survivor of both cancer and military sexual trauma. And as if those challenges were not enough, she also was faced with tremendous medical debt and facing eviction. And then she received confirmation that her cancer had resurfaced. And that's when she arrived here at Transition Projects looking for help. She was feeling helpless, hopeless, but because of the grant, Transition Projects was able to help her get the help she needed. 1 month of rental assistance, provided with her support, to help her get the foundation and then to be able to apply for and receive disability benefits that she qualified for under the law. Thus, she's regaining her hope. She's regained her foundation. She is not on the street, and that is what this grant is all about Anne and so many others. This grant will allow a lot of work throughout the metro area through the partners that I mentioned before. And many of our suburban areas don't have the type of support that we have concentrated here in downtown Portland. These collaborations make a tremendous amount of sense. Now, this challenge is going to get even greater. We have a tremendous number of veterans who are returning from Iraq and more coming from Afghanistan, and they're coming from an extraordinarily difficult setting, a setting where they've been under enormous stress every day. When I visited our soldiers in Iraq and in Afghanistan, I heard a lot of stories about this stress. As one soldier said to me, when we go on patrol, at any moment we may be shot by a sniper. And as we go on patrol, we know that at any moment we may step on an improvised explosive device. And he related how it was a constant challenge to think about, do I go through the gate in the fence? Or do I go 10 feet away? Because I'm thinking, did folks come in last night and plant a bomb in the gate? Or do they plant it 10 feet away, knowing I might go around it? Just to say that the transition from wartime to here at home is enormously huge. The leap is huge. And folks are coming home to an extraordinarily difficult economy on top of it, and without the structure of employment, makes life that much harder. So I am so pleased to be here today to help celebrate the great work that is being done. I hope to continue to partner in this way every moment possible. I did want to thank my team, which 2 years ago realized that this national grant pool was being underutilized here in Oregon, brought together a number of the community groups who said we should apply in a robust fashion. And the result is that now we have received this year the second most songs for our state of any state in the country. The top is Florida, and Oregon is second, which means the community here is doing an awesome job helping our veterans. Thank you. Introduce Ken Saltzman, City Commissioner. One of the reasons he sought out the Housing Bureau is because of his desire to help assist our veterans regain their foundations. So thank you for undertaking this mission. Great job.
Thanks, Senator.
Well, for all the reasons that Senator Merkley just cited, the winding down of our troops in Afghanistan, troops coming home from Iraq, makes it all the more imperative that those families who served and sacrificed for our country have safe and stable homes. So I want to congratulate the team at Transition Projects, whose innovative work and collaborative work with other organizations has resulted in a grant that will make real changes in the lives of veterans and their families in our communities. And these grants, I know enough from my days in Washington, D.C., these grants just don't happen. It takes some guiding hands. And I think Senator Merkley's efforts to really galvanize our providers to go after what was an underutilized source of grant money is just a fantastic example of how our U.S. Senator works to help bring home resources, in this case, to veterans. And so it's great work to the Senator and his office for really seizing the momentum and bringing home this money. It's very impressive. This is the second largest grant behind Florida, which is probably 10 times the population of Oregon. And I just want to say, in closing, that showing support for vulnerable groups, particularly veterans, children, and women leading single-parent households, those have been driving forces behind my tenure at City Hall, and they will continue to be driving forces in my new role as the Commissioner in charge of the Portland Housing Bureau. So again, congratulations to everybody on a great job, well done. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Multnomah County Commissioner Diane McKee.
Thank you very much. I would like to start today by commending Senator Merkley for his work to help veterans connect with quality health care, housing, education, and access to their benefits. The hard work of Transition Projects, our county veteran service officers, and many more partners that are here today and also outside of this room is making a difference in Multnomah County. This SSVF grant is especially important because it serves low-income veteran families. This is an important piece to highlight because military service impacts the entire family. My son is a Marine, and during his deployments, I saw the effects on his wife and the rest of our family. When a soldier gets deployed, the entire family gets deployed. As I attended my son's return from his deployments, I was always deeply touched, particularly by the children who were so excited waiting for their parent to return. Upon return, the challenges of reintegration are also shared by everyone. Unfortunately, sometimes those challenges last long after combat. We are here today because we share a commitment to ensure that anyone who has served our country in the armed forces has every opportunity to be successful when they return to civilian life. Secure housing is the building block for that success, and these SSVF funds will help make that happen. Congratulations to Transition Projects for this grant, and thank you to all of the partners here today for the work that you do. And now it's my honor to introduce our veteran, who is going to see Stacy Smith.
I've had TPS actually help me twice when I really needed it. I was, in 2009, I was homeless. I was in the Veterans Hospital. They got me bed within 36 hours. I was in the shelter. They helped me get into my new apartment. And just recently, I got a new hip, which very exciting. But service related to me. But 2 months afterwards, because I had to fly my friend out, and I just, I couldn't cook because I couldn't really stand that well. I just spent a lot more money than my disability gave me, and literally 2 months to the day after I got my new hip, I got an eviction notice. And I came down to TPI, and within 2 days, they paid it and literally saved me from being homeless on a walker this time. So I just love the appreciation for veterans, and as someone who's been fighting the VA for many years, over the service-related injury, I know, Senator, how hard it is to get money out of the VA. I would like to encourage you on that. And again, TPI is a great resource for veterans because so many people are unaware of the things that they go through, and especially the new people coming back, because I have PTSD, and I know what it's like as well. So I can't thank you enough. So, and everyone to you guys has been so helpful to me. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Doreen, do you want to share any other comments about the partnerships with the groups involved in the grant?
But I'm not, so it's okay. I just, Senator Merkley and Commissioners, it's not easy to get money, as Stacy said, from veterans, although they've done a great job. We have been working, and thanks to Jean, one of my predecessors, with veterans here for 30 plus years. When I came here, we had 45 beds designated to veterans, and that went on for about 20 years before we received, 15 to 20 years before we received the DIA grant. So our commitment, and again from Jean on towards this forward, we have made a commitment to veterans, and we wanted to not be the only organization, although we're not, we wanted to share the wealth. And so we looked at our partners who do spectacular work, and we appreciate the work, Northwest Pilot with working with seniors and different veterans that we will work with now, and Human Solutions working with families, Central City Concern working on drug and alcohol and other issues. We just are really Cascade Aids. We just want to, if you could stand up, I really want to applaud you for the work that you do. As Hillary said, it takes a village, guys. And so you might not get that. I just really want to thank you all. It is a collaborative. It starts with you. It starts with the VA saying, we didn't do well 45 years ago. We're going to do it better this time. And by God, they're doing it better. So I really appreciate the work that you do. And Diane and Dan, I'm just really incredible. And Dick and Stacy and Nathaniel, thank you for your service all of you. Thank you very much.